What's up everyone, it's Blip this here. Today I'm going to do an unboxing of the DJI Osmo Action 4 adventure combo camera here. This is the action camera that is the older version of what you're going to get now. They have an Action 5 Pro that just came out, but I consciously bought this one here right now because it's on a really great deal for myself. I did some research on the Action 5 and I chose to get this one instead, and I'll tell you the reasons why while I'm unboxing this. Let's go. So first of all, the adventure combo, it's the one that includes a bunch of accessories on here. Okay, this is all the accessories that's included here. I needed a camera that looks great, and if you've seen my other reviews, I bought the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 recently, and I gotta tell you, that camera has been a really great camera. So I got all my cameras here and I'm gonna talk about it soon in this video. But this one right here is the Action 4, and it's one of the cameras that I've kind of been eyeing for a while, because the reason is that I find that I need something that is small, but also something that I enjoy recording with. Okay, now you're probably wondering, well, that's why you have the Pocket 3, right? True, but there's some things that I don't feel like in real world use having a Pocket 3 would be an ideal case. That's why I went and bought this one. Right, we got this, we've got the cable, a mount, it looks like, light cut app, these little pamphlets, some instruction manuals. Okay, leave that there. What is this? If the lens protector is damaged, temporarily replace it with the lens hood. This camera is not waterproof when used with the lens. So this is a lens hood. Okay. And this, I don't know what these are. If anybody knows what these are, please let me know. This is amazing. This is batteries. These are the extra batteries that comes with the adventure combo here. If you get the adventure combo, you're gonna have a bunch of things, and this one here is probably the best accessory in here, I think, in my opinion. Having lots of cameras, lots of batteries, I mean, to be able to last you the entire day when you're filming, and it comes in a cool case like this. I think that's pretty nice. Wow, feels really good. This feels really good. Just in here as well, I don't know if you can see, you can actually put your SD cards in here, it looks like. So it's like an micro SD card holder as well, right on top of the lid here. Oh, I know. I got a micro SD card here. Let's take a look at how that would fit in here. Oh yeah, it just like perfectly fits in there. You can see that? That's kind of cool, huh? And then you just flip it like so. Oh, this is the best accessory ever. And then you take it out. 1,770 milliamp hour batteries. You can see, yeah, pretty cool, pretty neat. I like this. I really like this. All right, so this is the like GoPro style selfie stick. You know, that where the handle is sort of where the, it's not like a 1/4 inch thread. It's one of these, I don't know, what do you call these, finger things? And it has a nice grip to it. Oh yeah, you can feel that texture. It's really nice. It feels nice, feels sturdy. Oh yeah, pretty long. Oh, this is really long. Yeah, this is nice. This is very, very long. Obviously I can't fit it all in the screen here. At the bottom has a 1/4 inch thread, so you're gonna have to put the camera on, then you can thread it on here with like a tripod feet. If you have a low profile one, this is gonna be great for that. This is the cage, that's what it's called, the cage. These are just the screws that goes onto this selfie stick here. And this is a sticky thing that you can put onto your helmet, I guess. This one here is the clip. This goes on to here and then clips on the bottom of the camera. So this is, I guess, the quick adapter, the camera. But here it is. Here's the camera. Ooh, small, very small. There it is. There it is. Yeah, that looks nice. Tighten lens protective cover before taking in the water. Wow, this is small. This is very small. It's very light. I like that. Ooh, and here's the back side. There you go. Yeah, I'm liking this thing. I'm really liking this thing. All right, so basically this is what you're gonna get in the adventure package. When you look at reviews online with the compared to Action 4 to Action 5, the differences are, in my opinion, not big enough for me to actually spend an extra, what, $250 more to get the Action 5, right? And this is the combo, but essentially in the adventure combo, you're getting the same stuff, but you're just getting a brand new type of camera. And also on top of that, the battery that they have in the brand new Action 5 camera, they're a higher capacity, and you know, they're just rated higher. They give you more juice. But when I think about it, like, you'll notice that the brand new Action 5 cameras, their one battery will last like 3 hours, right? Whereas essentially this altogether should last me about 4 or 5 hours based on testing. And in real world use, when I'm filming, I'm not filming, you know, let's see, 9 hours in straight, right? Like if you're buying the brand new camera, if it's 3 hours per battery, you get 3. When I'm filming, I'm not filming like 9 hours straight. I'm filming in parts, like throughout the day. So I would say in total, I would probably be filming within a day, maybe 3-4 hours, and that should be enough. The other thing the reason why I bought the Action 4 instead of the 5 is because I personally think the Action 4 looks better than the Action 5, like quality wise. If you looked on reviews online, you know, there's a lot of comparisons with the 4 and the 5. I think the 5, in my opinion, overexposes, or it's too bright, in my opinion. And I think it's just a lot of software adjustments that they've made, which I can personally do in myself through post, you know, and that's truly the reason why I picked the 4 over the 5. When you're making a vlog or something, when you're filming something for your own channel or for your own personal self, a lot of times, especially with a vlog, the quality of the video doesn't actually really matter. The story is what really gets people engaged, and, you know, it just makes the vlog better.
Beautiful, gorgeous, beautiful. Just in case you forgot, you are beautiful. The two of you are so crazy. You made the world's most beautiful baby.
Because the 5 has launched, the 4 obviously are on sale, and you know, you just get more bang for your buck having this thing. Now, the real reason is I have here the DJI Osmo Pocket 3. All right, this thing has been a beast. Like, it's been great. You can see that you know, got some damage on it, and this thing has been through a lot. I'm telling you that, you know, a lot of reviews online, they talk about how this thing is very fragile and whatnot. This thing has crashed down into the ground so many times that sometimes this head will get stuck, and all I need to do is just pull it apart this way and loosen it up a bit, and then it starts free spinning again by itself, and it's good. My camera just dropped. So this is a testament to how durable this DJI Osmo Pocket 3 camera is. It literally dropped from there down to the ground, hitting the head right on top of the gimbal right here. And I had to actually kind of like yank this over just so it has some room to swivel again. It was like cockeyed like this, and that prevented the gimbal from moving. This thing has taken a beating. Just see how many marks there are on this thing. And I'm surprised that the screen didn't crack. So, great job, DJI. I'm pretty hard on my gear. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm pretty hard on my gear, and this Osmo Pocket is awesome, right? This was a transition from my 360 camera. I started vlogging with the Insta360 X3, which is this one here. And you can see the size comparison. Obviously, it's still quite small. However, the quality on this was just not that good. You can get creative shots for sure, but you know, everything is just murky looking, very grainy looking, and it just didn't look that great. I transitioned to this because more of like when you're vlogging, it's nice in the hand, it's small, it's discreet, but the the problem is that sometimes this thing, if I have the camera like on a certain angle and I forget to change the gimbal mode, sometimes it'll, you know, stay in tilt lock and I completely miss the shot and stuff like that. So the fiddling with, like, let me just turn it on like that. You know, it's just the fiddling with, you see how I have it like I want to film downwards, but then it starts up shooting this way, and you gotta like, you know, move the gimbal back down, right? And you wait for that, and then you start shooting. That, just that process right there is, I feel, is a pain point with this DJI Osmo Pocket 3. I just want to turn on my camera to be able to film exactly where I want to shoot it at right at that moment, right? This did well with that. The X3 was great with that. You turn it on, you film, but the problem is the quality is so bad. The second thing is that when I do start filming, there's a delay from startup to recording, and so you miss the shot sometimes. This is an in-between. The quality of this, the Osmo Action 4, is like the Pocket 3, but the Pocket 3 is better in terms of video quality because the gimbal, you know, the actual physical gimbal, makes your footage a lot better, especially at nighttime. And you'll notice that in a lot of reviews online, when people do a comparison with these two, just the footage is better on here. But this is not far behind. And the footage on this one is miles better than this one. All right, miles better. And obviously, the one that's coming out of the Sony is going to be way better than this one. But, you know, the trade-off here is look at the size. And I think, really, truly, I think these two make the best combinations together. This one being that it's just so easy to use, even though that the quality is not as good as this, it's still really good because it's just so small. It's just going to be a lot easier for me to just, you know, place on a ledge on the street and start talking to it. Whereas this thing, sometimes you can place it on a ledge like this. Sometimes the surface is not flat, right? Sometimes the surface is kind of like rocky or something like that. And at least you have something like this where you can just set it down and not really worry about it because it has a wider surface for you to just place down and then start filming. You know, when it rains, you're still okay. Whereas this, when you place it down, it could fall back and forth and just literally fall down. This is proof that it can fall. This even fell when I had a tripod on it because it was just windy all of a sudden and it just fell. Whereas if this fell and you had it in a case, if this fell, I wouldn't even blink. I was just like, okay, whatever. You know, even if this thing cracked, at least I can change it out. But this is built to be more rugged and a lot easier to just film with. You need this to have good B-roll shots. Like having a gimbal to have nice footage, you need that. You know, for transitions and stuff like that. This is going to be great for talking and walking and capturing your environment, I think, in my opinion. So that's really basically why I bought this thing. And maybe you're in the same situation as me where you need something that complements, that just kind of fills that gap between the Osmo Pocket and something like this. You know, that's wide. This is a wide angle lens. And you need something in between, but still have good quality, because this is like ultra wide, but just the quality is not that great. So I think this is just really exactly what you need. And this is like a good in between, you know? Compact, not so compact, super wide, not that wide. Get it? All right. Anyways, that's really all I got.